Welcome everyone to Blacksburg on the Rocks. Yeah.
Let's go.
How you doing tonight, Paul?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I've got my whiskeys here. I've got everything set up. Just preparing for this fucking week coming up. Having a good time. Relaxing. Cleaning. Actually, there's nothing relaxing about my fucking week. I'm going balls to the
No, there's
wall.
really
The
not from
snowstorm
what you were
hit.
telling me.
No. The snowstorm fucking hit. The pharmacy's a madhouse because of it. I've got 5 billion things happening on the state level, on the national level with pharmacy. I've got a show to prepare for, and it is a fucking mess right now. But I live for this shit, Paul.
That's it. Hey, it's better than the alternative. That's for sure.
Yeah, it is. And how was your day with roofing? You were telling me you tried to get on a roof that was covered in ice earlier.
Yeah, I was gonna set up a ladder, and I looked at it and I went, nah,
That is my
it.
death awaiting me.
Yeah. So I just explained to the homeowner that, look, I'm not getting up there. I can tell you from the ground what's going on, and it's all good. It's all good. So
hey, yeah, that roof. Hey, let me tell you, that roof. There's ice on it.
I can tell you right now, that roof is in need of being replaced.
Yeah.
Ray Charles could see
But
that.
dude, so before we get into all the depressing stuff, the skit that we released last week blew up.
Yeah, it did. Kudos to you, dude.
That was fun. Yeah, that was a good one. It blew up everywhere. Everyone loved it except like the curmudgeons on the 247 boards, but they hate me, so I expected that. I was pretty excited.
What? Not everybody loves Jeremy?
Yeah, I know. It's weird. I tell Emily I'm universally loved, and she goes, "No, you're not, Jeremy." And the 247 boards show that that's true.
Well, and it's crazy to me because, like, the people at 247, right? Like Matei and Evan and Andrew are like the funnest dudes you'll ever meet. Like I didn't drink because I had to do the hockey game on Saturday, but like I hung out with Andrew and Matei on Saturday, and it was just like I had a blast with the two of them. Yeah. So like I don't know where that disconnect comes in, where like you've got a great bunch of dudes running this thing, and then like crotchety old bitches that are like subscribing to it. It's just like how shitty is your life?
It is more fucking anonymous to be on the boards than it even is to be on social media. It's anonymous as shit. So people get on there and they think that they can just talk whatever shit they want. And it's me. I fucking stand in the paint with everything. I put everything on the line.
Yeah.
I've been punched in the face multiple times in my life over my goddamn mouth. And guess what? It has never stopped me.
No.
Never will either.
That's part of your charm. That's part of
my
what
charm.
Makes you a lovable Jeremy.
Yeah. When are you coming by the pharmacy to get your present? I've had it for 2 weeks.
Maybe tomorrow. Actually, my B&I meeting got canceled, but I am actually coming up the mountain at around 10:30 because I have a couple of appointments, and I told the redoubtable Dave Perks that I would come over and look at a countertop project that he has going on. So I may swing by and maybe even bring a sub over from our friends at Hokie House.
I would love a Hokie House sub.
The problem is I don't know what to bring Griff because he is so anti everything that's delicious.
Griff don't need anything except his angst. Honestly, if you don't bring him anything, that's the best gift you could give him.
That seems asshole-ish on my part, though.
No, just bring him something like no vegetables, no mayonnaise. Just get him some bread. And honestly, I don't even know if he likes cheese. I would get him bread and meat.
Bread and meat?
And honestly, I wouldn't even put it together. I would give it to him and tell him to make it in his mouth.
Make it.
Have everything separate. Tell him to make it in his mouth.
If I had $1 for every time I said to Griff, just make it in your mouth, I'd be a rich man.
You'd be a very rich man.
I would be. I would.
But he invites this abuse. It's on him. It's not on us.
He does. He does. And the funny thing about Griff, and for those that don't know, Griff is Jeremy's cousin, and Griff works for Jeremy at the pharmacy as a pharmacy tech. Griff, the things that trigger Griff are the most bizarre, like, collection of, like, that this particular thing bothers you, but then I say something else and you're just like, huh, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. I don't understand.
No, Griff's a little quiet. He's got a great sense of humor. Griff is a lot like me, just very introverted.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just.
Well, we got to break him out of his shell. We have to break him out of his shell.
I don't know if there's any breaking him out of his shell. That's just who he is.
Okay.
Do you know what you might unleash if you do that?
Well, I hope so.
You want another me running around here?
I do. More than you could even begin to
You've already got
imagine.
Ellison. She's coming up.
I know. Maddie Ryan she's going to be a terror. Yes. If there is any justice in the world, and I love you, and this comes from a place of love, if there is any justice in the world, she will terrorize the fuck out of you from about 12 to 17. Like, in that span of her life, you will lose sleep, hair, teeth, just trying to figure out what your daughter is doing. If I and Mama Counts pray for that.
No. I hope that she comes up and she is confident in herself and becomes her own person. And I hope she does the entire rebellion thing. All I care about is that in the end, she has a good head on her shoulders and a good heart. And in the end, that's all that fucking matters.
Well, she's half Emily, so she'll be good.
Yeah, she'll be all right. She'll be all right.
Yeah, Emily is a national treasure.
Yes, she is a national treasure. That's one thing that Ellison's going to have going for her is she's going to be smart, and she's going to get Emily's street smarts on top of just her general intelligence a little more, rather than what I do, which is go fucking wild all the time. She may be a little more reserved and smart about it than I am.
That is fair. That is fair. Chris Arnold wants to know what Griff thinks about the pharmacy tree. I know that Griff has an opinion on the tree.
Griff does not care about the tree.
No.
But it makes me mad. So he somewhat cares about the tree.
That's fair. That's fair.
He's like Murderface?
Yeah, Griff, I guess.
From Death Clock.
That's what I guess that's what Marnie's talking about. Yeah. I've never seen that. I have no idea.
You've never seen Metalocalypse. It's incredible.
No.
Oh, Metalocalypse is great.
No.
The first episode they go in and fucking their guitarists are of course Scandinavian because it's a metal band. They go into a grocery store and it's just like, what is this place? I believe it is called Food Libraries. Oh, food libraries. Because they're so wildly rich and just out of touch with everything that they have no clue what's going on. It's a really good show.
Where can I find this?
Jeremy has a tree to protect. Fuck
Where
you, Chris
can I
Arnold.
find this show?
No, present. Yeah, that's right. There was an episode with on Metalocalypse where their big gift to Murderface was nothing. The greatest gift they could give him because he's a big crybaby.
Okay, that was great. Hold on.
Marnie, thank you for that callback. I didn't even know I was referencing that. It was just in my mind.
So apparently I can watch this on YouTube. Is that
possibly? I mean, it used to be on comedy or not comedy, but Cartoon Network, Adult Swim.
They say YouTube TV with a subscription, which I have, and they say that I can watch it on Sling TV for free. So I'll have to. All right, I'll look this up. I'll try to remember to check this out.
I mean, you liked home movies, like you liked Adult Swim. Yeah. So it's like that. It was Brendan Smalls who did Home Movies.
Oh, okay.
And
right.
so the
I'll check
music
it
is
out.
incredible. If you remember in Home Movies where they do the like the Franz Kafka rock opera.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I am a baker, and today is my birthday, and I just turned 1 year old. Yeah, it is incredible. He is an awesome musician. The Doomstar Requiem, which was the last thing they did, is one of the best musicals I've ever heard in my life.
Wayne in Ohio says Paul does home movies. He is correct, but they are on my OnlyFans exclusively, and there's a lot of feet in them. That's all I will say about
he
that.
actually started doing a fan fiction of the Tim Thomas erotica.
Yeah,
it was an entire spinoff. There's videos and everything. Tim Thomas makes an appearance.
He does. He didn't realize what he was getting into. He's still mad at me. There's actually litigation involved with that, but I think I'm going to beat it because, well, I have a good lawyer. So that's all I can only really say about that.
Yeah, Paul brought in Jimmy Turk. He's trying to take it to court. He knows it'll be dismissed. He ain't settling.
Yeah. No, we'll be fine.
He's Jimmy Turk.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly it.
Marnie, don't apologize for anything. Everyone should be really happy about me going down a tangent with a Scandinavian accent.
Yeah, it's fine.
And singing the Franz Kafka rock opera.
Look, it's this, or we talk about how debilitatingly horrible the Belk Bowl or the Duke's Mayo Bowl, I guess it is now, was last Friday. So I would much rather do rock opera than Duke's Mayo Bowl.
Yes, and also, this is Blacksburg on the rocks. We talk about whatever the fuck we want. We talk about Hokie sports because we care about it.
That's true. That is true. That is true.
Yes. What do you think the off season is going to be, everybody? You've only known us for like lead up to football season.
Yeah. Wayne wants to talk about Hokie hockey. Like, here's the deal. I'll tell you. Like, this can be my geezer rant if you want it to, Jeremy, because I can go on about this for a minute or two. Here's the thing, y'all. If you have not checked out a Virginia Tech club hockey game yet, I encourage you to do so. They actually play this Saturday at Lancelot Arena here in Vinton. Well, I say here in Vinton, just down the road from me in Vinton, but it's a little bit of a drive for those of you in the New River Valley. This team currently is ranked 4th in the region and 7th overall in the nation for club hockey. So, like, in all seriousness, like, y'all are missing out on some really good, fun hockey. They're playing North Carolina again. So that's who they played in the outdoor game at Truist Park in Charlotte last weekend on Saturday. That's the game that I was referencing earlier that I went down to. And then they are playing North Carolina in North Carolina on Friday, and then back here on Saturday as part of a home and home. The PA announcer and the music guy for the games is amazing. He is by far, according to the players. Now, this comes from the players. This does not come from me. But the PA announcer and the music guy are by far the best in the entire league. That being said, there are some schools that don't even have music in PA. So
I heard
it is what it is.
That they went out there and did a cartwheel on the ice. That's what I heard.
In Charlotte?
Yes, that is what I heard. That is the rumor going around. The PA announcer went out and did a cartwheel and a backflip right afterwards on the ice.
He did not, because he is almost 50 and did not want to break anything. He is at the point in life now where self-preservation is more important than entertaining the masses by doing something stupid. So Chris Arnold says, don't ever believe college kids. Well, that's all good. Wayne, I do play Creed and I do play Nickelback.
Of course you fucking do.
I have the clips from the drive. In fact, those are a lot of the songs that I'll play between stoppages. You'll hear a lot of those songs because I did, take all of those since I made all of them when I left the radio station. But
if you're doing that already, why don't you live cast the hockey games?
It is live cast. They actually have a Virginia Tech hockey page.
I didn't know that.
Oh gosh, yeah. If you go to their website, I want to say it's like vticehockey.com or something like that. If you just search Virginia Tech Club Hockey, you'll find it.
Yeah, they've got a good team.
Yeah, they have a really good team, and they do live stream it. So apparently 2 of my dogs are up here, and one of them is not happy. Did you make your brother mad? You did. Yeah. Okay. I'm proud of you. Good boy.
You did so good.
Yeah. Yeah. That now they're in the room with me, which means at some point they're going to fight. And Igor, stop. Leave him alone.
But what was Charlotte fun? Did people show up?
Charlotte was a blast. It was an absolute blast. 5,000 plus at Truist Park. They sold 3,000. I want to say it was 3,200. My numbers might be off a little bit here, but somewhere around 3,200 tickets for the game. And then they sold another almost 2,000 standing room only tickets for the game. So there were over 5,000 people at the game. Most of them were Virginia Tech fans. Now, obviously, having the Duke's Mayo Bowl the day before definitely helped that out. But it was fantastic. So
that's awesome. Like that is a huge crowd.
It was amazing. It was amazing. I would love to see it continue on Saturday when they're at home at Lancelot. So if you're watching,
he did a cartwheel on the ice.
If you're watching today or you're listening on the podcast after the fact, Saturday night, 6:30, will be puck drop. Lancelot Arena in Vinton. Come on out. Support the Virginia Tech hockey team. They are fantastic to watch, and it's a lot of fun. And yes, Wayne, those new jerseys are absolute fire. They are amazing. So
okay, story time.
All right. Now I'm curious.
We once cleared out a bar in Charlotte one time. We got booked at this bar to play, and it was. We go there and we assume like I was in a metal band with Marnie.
What was the name of this band?
The Endless, and we had a booking place, and they did some of this stuff for us, and we ended up getting booked at this bar in Charlotte, and we go there and we go in, and it's like, are we at the right place? And we start listening to the bands, and it's all like soft rock, like acoustic guitar bands, and it's like,
oh no,
oh fuck,
oh god.
Well, we go up to play our set. We cleared that whole damn bar.
I bet.
Yeah.
Wayne in Ohio would like video of that. Do you have video?
Yeah, we got video.
Yeah?
Yeah, let me see if I can. It may have to be next time. Let me see if I can get a hold of it real quick.
Okay. I would actually, Wayne, I agree. I would love to see video of Jeremy in his metal band days. Chris Arnold, unfortunately, I was not inside. They put the PA announcer right down at ice level in between the 2 penalty boxes because they needed off-ice officials in case things got dicey. So I was ice level, and it was a lot of fun, man. It was a great time. My understanding is that they have a 3-year deal on this, and I believe Virginia Tech and North Carolina will play next year again in this at Truist Park. So again, if you have an opportunity, come out, watch them. If you are in the Charlotte area next year, when they do this, you definitely want to check it out because it is pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool.
All right,
any
keep
luck?
Going, Paul. I'm locating it.
Now I'm very excited for this. I honestly really want to see this. Chris says his team. Now, Chris does stuff with Wake Forest hockey. He says his team was there 2 years ago and they're trying to get a game next season. Yeah, Chris, I don't know why, but for some reason they had NC State playing South Carolina. I feel like NC State Wake Forest would have been a better matchup there. I'm not sure why South Carolina got the invite and you guys didn't. I didn't ask, obviously, but that seemed a little bit odd to me. So hopefully you guys are there next year. That'd be a lot of fun. It would actually be really cool to do it as like a 4-team tournament, even where, play on Friday night, a semifinal, and then play a final and a third place game on Saturday. I think that would be a lot of fun also. The ice wasn't great, but it's all good. It's all good. Maddie B says, I'm hammered. Sheesh.
Maddie B is on.
Maddie.
How you doing, Maddie B? We had a good time
Maddie,
the other night.
Maddie, I'm
that sounds
curious
terrible.
Why you're hammered on a Tuesday night at 8:22? Like,
I never do that.
No. I'm doing dry January and February, so I'm drinking water.
Ridiculous, Paul.
Water on the rocks
now.
Water on the rocks. Well, I'm going on a cruise. We're going on a cruise in February, the end of February. And I would like to not be fat when I go on the cruise, or at least not as fat.
Dude,
so
you have come a long way. Talking about being like fat. Do you remember what you were?
I do, but I have PTSD from it, and I don't want to go back there. So, we'll see what happens. 540 Hokie wants to know thoughts on the new transfers. I like what they're bringing in so far. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. I like. Is it Coach Moore? Is he the new offensive line coach? I believe that's his name.
Yes.
Yeah. I like what he's doing.
Awesome hire.
Yeah. Knows the region, is going to bring the guys from West Virginia most likely. No, I like the hires so far. And here's the thing. For those of you that are wondering about the defensive coordinator position, I'm going to make an assumption that person has already been hired and we're just waiting for them to be done playing football, and that'll be announced, because these guys that they're bringing in on defense aren't coming in. Like, look, I love J.C. Price. Like, don't get me wrong. J.C. Price is my boy. But defensive linemen aren't coming in just to play for J.C. Price. There's got to be more to it than that. And that leads me to believe that Virginia Tech, Brent Pry has a handshake agreement with someone, and he's able to tell the incoming transfers, look, this dude is coming. He's going to be our defensive coordinator. You want to jump on this thing. And so we'll see. We should know maybe after I believe it's Thursday, right? That's the semifinals. I believe they're on Thursday. Or maybe we don't find out until after the 14th of January. I believe that's when the NCAA championship is. So, but I believe that they've already got their DC picked, and I think we're all going to be very happy with it.
They've got the DC pick.
Yeah. Wayne says, Main Street Pharmacy first annual hockey classic in Vinton. I love it. I think that's a great idea.
I don't have any money to sponsor anything, Wayne. I'm broke.
We invite North Carolina, NC State, and Wake Forest, and we have a 4-team tournament. I love it. Maddie says he started at 8 a.m. waiting for this show. Okay. I mean,
8 a.m. waiting for this premiere. The premiere? Yeah. What are we premiering today, Maddie?
I don't know. I don't know. Unless it's something else.
Maddie, it was a pleasure having you on, dude. You do hot takes or whatever, and you came and you stand in the paint. Standing in the paint is something I fucking respect for so many fucking reasons, because I've done it forever. People don't give you respect for it a lot of times, but eventually once you do it enough, they fucking do. And you stood in the paint and you defended all of your opinions, and you also had this awesome fucking all the Ghostbusters memorabilia in the background, and it was fucking incredible.
That's fantastic. Love it. Love it. Chris wants to know about the 3 offensive linemen coming in from West Virginia. I didn't do any research on them. I know that they're coming because of Coach Moore. And honestly, like, I'm down for this because I think it jumpstarts the rebuild of that offensive line. That offensive line.
Yes, they're good. He brought in
yeah.
Hosses. Like, this is like, it's going to be better than what we've seen.
Yeah, Matty B, you're right. We can call him the butcher because he does deliver the beef. That is fair. I like it. I like it. I just
Paul,
look. I mean,
I have the video.
Yeah. Okay. Is this something that we can play on the stream?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
This was us playing Diablo at the Rocket Club.
All right.
I hope you're ready
to see this. I hope I am too.
It was a small venue in Bluefield. Behold. That was incredibly hard to play.
I love it. I love it. Now, which one was Marnie?
He was the bassist at the very front who was headbanging all over the place.
Okay.
That's Marnie.
Okay. All right. All right. I like it. I like it.
No, that was one of the first venues we started playing at. Was Rocket Club in Bluefield.
Nice.
Shout out to Rocket Club. I don't
Nothing
even know
wrong
if they're
with
still
that.
open. We played a fundraiser for them back when we were still playing to try to keep it open. I don't know if they're still open.
Love it. I love it. That's fantastic. Nothing better than old videos of us doing stupid shit when back in the time there weren't a lot of videos. So you didn't
stupid shit.
Wasn't
I opened up for Mudvayne. That is our claim to fame at this point. And then it was like I got into pharmacy school and we couldn't really do it as much anymore.
Marty says I'm much fatter now. Me too, bro. Me too.
Marty, you've lost a bunch of weight. You're doing good. I ain't hearing that.
Matty B wants to know if you ever played the Lantern in Blacksburg. Some folks remember it, some don't.
No.
No? Okay.
Nope.
All right. And I think Wayne wants you to bring the band back. Get the band back together.
I tell you what, I would love to do that. And for 5 billion reasons, I would love to do that. Maybe one day.
All right. That's what I like to hear.
I tell you what, message my brother.
You can open for yourself when you do your next pharmacy podcast. You can come up and jam, and then afterwards you can sit down and do the podcast.
The most jamming or any kind of writing or anything I've done was making our theme song. That's the most I've done. I've done a little bit of recording work, and I'm trying to get back into it now that I've got the studio and really good recording equipment. But the most I've done is
which is also PBM on the Rocks' theme song.
Okay, we're good. Pressing the wrong buttons.
That's all right. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. What is the vibe right now in Blacksburg, Jeremy? What are you hearing? What are you feeling?
We're moving on.
We can move on.
Blacksburg Vibe Check. Sponsored by
Brought to you by Quest Forker.
Shout out Joe Rogers.
Joe!
We love you, Joe. If you want anything clean, trust me, go to Joe.
Yeah. Joe!
He took an old rug we had and made it like it was brand fucking new. He knows what he's doing. And you don't, like, whenever he was just like, oh, I do, like, the floor care stuff or whatever, I was like, okay. I didn't realize it was that complicated until I actually talked to Joe, and then I actually saw how it went. It was like a full restoration. It was like an artist
Yeah.
getting a painting and going in and doing all the little dots or whatever. He really restores shit. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, shout out
Oh,
to
he does. 100%.
Joe at Quest Floor Care. We love you, Joe. But yeah, the vibe check right now is no one's even bringing up football to me right now.
No?
Which is unusual. No. Normally people want to discuss it, but it's like, we went in, we played a bowl game, and I mean, it's a bowl game. Granted, we also had a snowstorm, and not as many people are just like rolling through the door right now, but it is still we played our third string.
Yeah.
What do you expect?
Really?
I mean,
I've said this before. I'll say this again. I like Pop. I'm big on Pop.
Pop.
I think once we get the offensive line straightened out, which Coach Moore seems to have a grasp on, I think that'll make a big difference. I actually, Jeremy, today I joined Trey Lyle. I was the first guest on his brand new show in Lynchburg, and we talked about this. And
wait,
I told him,
now?
Trey's in Lynchburg. Yep, he's doing a morning radio show. We'll have to get Trey on. We'll have to get Trey on here so he can promote his show.
Trey on. I love Trey.
Yeah,
you rip on Trey all the time, which I understand, but I love Trey.
I love Trey too. We'll get him on. We'll get him on next week. We'll bring Trey on. Let him promote his show. But I said, look, the Achilles heel of this team was that offensive line, plain and simple. You can't get your quarterback killed. You can't, like Bashaw Tootin did Bashaw Tootin stuff in spite of the offensive line.
Imagine if he had a goddamn line. Imagine what fucking Bashaw would have done. Fuck.
Yeah, absolutely. Like he might have led the nation in rushing, honestly.
Yes.
So
he's got that talent. He's going to show out on the next level.
Absolutely. I agree. He's going to, you know what's going to happen? Here's what's going to happen. I'll tell you. He's going to come in as a 3 somewhere. And somebody's going to go down and get hurt because that's the way it goes down in the NFL. And he's going to get an opportunity to shine. And that young man is going to absolutely, like, people are going to be like, oh, shit.
I think
how did we miss out on this
Wilson
guy?
Whenever he showed up. I remember when everyone called it the David Wilson, like, announcement party, whenever he just ran all over them. When he was with the Giants. Like, what happened to David Wilson was, it was awful. Like, that man had a full-on career in the NFL that I think would have been Hall of Fame worthy in a lot of ways.
Oh, absolutely.
And just sidelined.
Yeah. He was scary good. He was scary good when he was in the NFL.
That'll make me cry. Watching his speech whenever he was saying that he was going to, well, he's bowing out because of his injuries, and he was just up there, and he's just like, no, I'm not crying because I'm sad. These are tears of joy, like that entire thing. That always gets to me every single time. That was one of the most heartbreaking retirement speeches I've ever seen in my life. I'll start to turn my audio back up. Audio's back up.
There we go. There we
go.
Wayne says the flip, David Wilson. Yeah.
But I feel like Bashaw will be like that. Wherever he came out of nowhere and everyone's like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And he just bust this huge game on someone.
Yeah. I remember when David Wilson hit the Giants. I was like, who the hell is David Wilson? That's the most white guy name ever. Like, what the hell? And just he was like, holy shit, this dude is good. Like, this dude is really good. There's a story, and I don't know how true it is, but there is a story out there that at one point he ran up the columns.
He did. He ran up the columns. He ran up the columns on Castle. Like, that's just what he was. He could do that shit. He would.
That's some animal stuff right there.
Yeah. He was fucking incredible. That man is a legend.
Yeah.
Manny B. The vibe for me after the season is like we just broke up with someone we were dating, but it wasn't that serious. So it's on your mind, but you aren't pouring your heart out the street. Yeah, that's actually a good way to describe
That's
it.
actually a great analogy. Yeah, that's a great analogy, Matt.
Thank you, Matty B. That is a really good analogy after the season.
Yeah. Yeah. It's look, I mean, there's a oh god damn it. We're in this cycle again, Jeremy.
Yep.
There's a lot to be excited for next year.
There is.
If it all comes together.
Yeah.
If the defense can hold up.
Okay, well, here's my thing. This is why I think it might be a surprising season, Paul, is because we're actually trying to take care of the offensive line. And if you remember what I said before the season last year, the entire lead up was, this looks great. We didn't do shit with the offensive line.
But the offensive line, yep.
Every single time. The fact that we're making that investment, and I don't give a shit. You could have skilled position players that are like mediocre, and if you have a good offensive line, you're still going to get shit done.
Oh, yeah.
You get an offensive line that's good, you're going to get 3 yards of carry. Don't matter. You get 3 yards of carry, you're going to do all right.
Yep, you'll be fine. Exactly. Yeah, no, I agree. I just, man, oh man, it's, I didn't realize the cycle was as real as it is until I stepped away as a member of the media and just focused on being a fan of Virginia Tech football.
The cycle
right?
is real.
like the
and just because you're aware of it doesn't mean you don't get caught up in it. You're caught up in it every single fucking year.
And this is my second year. Hello, Igor. This is my second year. He brought us a toy. This is my second year in the cycle as a fan, going through the same shit. Like last year, I mean, we weren't doing this podcast yet, but I can remember coming into the pharmacy and you and I having that conversation. Like, everybody's coming back. Everybody is coming back. We need to do something with the offensive line, but everybody is coming back. And like, the excitement was palpable. And now I'm at the point where it's like, okay, we got a lot of guys coming back. We got a lot of guys on the offensive line that are going to be replaced. Like it.
Yes.
I don't know.
That's kind of my thing is skill positions are great, but you have to have a foundation. And we're kind of at this point, and you're getting at it too. Like, we have to have a season to get like the casual fans back because they're gonna start leaving in droves soon.
Yeah,
absolutely. They can't be teased forever.
No.
I'm gonna be around forever. Like, I don't matter. You've got to get people excited about Virginia Tech football again.
Yeah. Chris Arnold says Paul leaves and Mark Berman still has a spot on media row. Look, Mark Berman is a lot of things, but he's a pretty decent. He's a pretty decent media guy. So I'll give Mark.
Berman's
I'll give Mark a pass.
Cunt. That's what he is.
Mark.
Little bitch, Mark Berman.
I may not disagree with that, but you know what? give the guy credit. Like, he shows up every freaking game, no matter how good or how bad the team is, and he does his job. So I'll give Mark Berman a lot of credit, man.
He rubbed me wrong one time, and I didn't like it.
Well,
so fuck him.
He rubbed a lot of people wrong. I mean, Buzz. The game during media sessions with Buzz Williams is to try to ask a question before they let Berman ask a question, because Berman would piss Buzz off and he would shut down on you afterwards. So, no, Wayne, Buzz did not love Mark Berman. He absolutely did not. Buzz didn't love anybody in the media, though. I mean, if we're being honest, like, Buzz
hated everyone.
Buzz did hate everyone. He probably even wouldn't like Igor. And that's sad, because Igor is a sweet little boy.
The only people Buzz loved was anyone in his little cult.
Yeah. Yeah. His circle, his players, like,
which is
but you know what?
fine because I loved him as a coach. He was great,
Sure.
even though he
Yeah.
did this weird stuff and it was
Yeah.
whatever. But we were winning games. Who the
Yeah.
fuck cares when you're winning games?
Yeah. No, I hear you.
No one gives a
I hear
shit
you.
when you're winning games. You can run your little fucking Colt. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Tom Brady does that.
His players loved him. I'll tell you that, man. Like,
his players loved him.
For all of his weird quirks, like those players would absolutely they would run through brick walls for him. So he had to be doing something weird. Right by the kids.
It's just like I know media people, and you all, I hear all your all stories.
Yeah.
And then when I talk to players or anyone else, and it's like in a completely different point of view.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah.
And also,
and we're all aware of that.
There are quite a bit of people in town that like Buzz, so I do think he was personable. I just really don't think he liked the media.
Yeah,
I think he was annoyed by the entire thing.
I don't think that Buzz liked. I don't think that Buzz likes a lot of the things that come with being a head coach of a Division I men's basketball program. And here's a perfect example. Okay, I was refereeing kids basketball while Buzz was the coach of the Virginia Tech Hokies, and I can remember doing a game where one of his daughters, were playing. And he came into the gym, immediately found the most isolated place he could next to a pillar where he kind of just pinned himself in there so nobody could really see him.
He spent almost, Paul, like whenever you're doing stuff and you're out there that much, that is okay. Like,
I understand.
People, like, you don't know what he was going through during that day.
Well, sure.
Yeah, it's weird being in the spotlight like that.
But
I give people grace over that.
I get it. Yeah, but he would just hide there. He'd be on his phone the whole game, and then with like a minute left in the game, he got up and he left. Now credit to him, he was there for his daughter's game, but he definitely seemed like he was fairly disconnected. It is what it is.
I want a coach that'll go to his daughter's games and be there to support her while also texting constantly to get us recruits. I am okay with all of this, Paul.
That's fair.
That's all I'm saying.
That's fair. That's fair.
But it's also, I don't like how he treated you all in the media.
No,
it made me mad, and forever I will harbor that. And I will also forever hate Texas A&M for fucking Barstool Sports coming at me that one time when I tried to do the fundraiser to get enough money to like keep Buzz Williams or whatever, because I was trying to like draw up support with the Hokie Club, and I thought that was a good idea to do. And Barstool found it and fucking ran with it because they got so many fucking A&M people and fucking roasted me. And that was before I had any kind of like presence or anything else.
Right.
And it was just like, what the fuck? I'm just like a little pharmacist out here, like trying to do this shit. It would be different if they did that now. I can tell you that.
Wayne said, Caden Moore thanked Fuente and Vice on his way out. No love for this staff. Well, it is what it is. I don't know that, I think the biggest loss from the Fuente era was Vance Vice. Like,
Vance Vice,
honestly, if Pry would have kept, if Pry would have kept anyone on the offensive side, Vice would have been the dude to keep. He seemed to have his pulse on getting his guys and doing good things with them. So I will forever be a Vance Vice fan. I will forever be a Vance Vice fan, no matter what. I thought that he did a great job. Jeremy versus Portnoy. Oof.
Mike Portnoy?
No, Portnoy,
Barstool.
The head of.
I thought it was referring to the fucking thing. I thought he was talking about Mike Portnoy from fucking Dream Theater because I played the band thing earlier. I was like, I was the guitarist.
Wayne says Brock is in the NFL stud now. Yeah, he's playing center for the Cowboys, like and doing fairly well at it. But I know, like, again, I think that there are certain guys that just they thrived under that Vance Vice
Yes.
offensive line, and Brock was one of those guys that is kind of a chameleon, and I think that that's why he's having success at the next level, is he's able to adapt and and be that guy at the next level. So I'm happy for Brock. I love the fact that he's doing good things.
I love those kids. The offensive line under Vice, which I used to sponsor a dinner with them every month at Cabo Fish Taco, which, by the way, everyone, feeding the offensive line is expensive. They can,
especially at Cabo.
Yeah. And so I would go down and I'd do that with them every month. And those kids were awesome. And they liked Vice. They liked Vice. And I can tell you, they cared about our team and our program and everything else.
Yep.
I
like
shout out
Vice.
to Brock.
I like
shout
Vice.
out to everyone else. Like
Christian Darisaw.
Yes. Darisaw, Tanuda, everyone else. It was cool, like, to go down, have a drink, chill out with you all, just let you all know that you're loved. NIL was there the first time ever, and I could actually buy you all dinner so that you could, like, do a shout out to me on social media or something like that. And it was nice to just have that. And you all are awesome. And I respect you because offensive line does not get enough love, but they need the most fuel.
Right. And the problem with the offensive line is they don't get enough love, but when the shit breaks down, and we've done it here, we're guilty of this, they're the ones that get the shit like thrown at them. So it's definitely a catch-22. I played offensive line in high school. So I know, I feel it. That was back years and years ago. That was back in the early 90s, Jeremy.
In the early 90s?
When were you born?
I played in the early 2000s, Paul.
Okay.
Yeah, our difference is 10 years. It's not hard to figure out. You know how old I am.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It is 10 years. That's right.
10 years.
That's right. You were like
got a whole
7 when I
decade
was
on
playing
me.
high school football. Yeah, 7 or 8.
I mean, fuck, we're coming up on 12 minutes. We've been sidetracked. But honestly, this is the way it goes. All right, we're coming up. Hokie High.
Oh.
Sponsored by Bear Dance Hemp. We love you, Chris. We love you, Sarah.
Got
you
him,
all
Chris.
are awesome.
Yep. Sarah, the cog in the wheel that keeps this thing going.
What was your big standout from the bowl game? I know mine.
I don't know that I had a big standout. I was
Aiden Green. Oh my God. You talk about catches. You talk about everything. And I will tell you, Chris told us on Boundary Corner podcast when we did that, he said, Aiden Green, he's going to be it. He needs some reps. He called that, and he came out and he showed out. You talk about some catches or whatever. He just needs those reps. He needs to do that. He did a great job.
Wayne wants to know, when's the next video for Hokie Twitter?
When I have time, Wayne. You got to understand, like, I was working on that last one. I finally got to film it like a couple of weeks ago, and then I had to edit it. It's hard to find time. Like, if that was something that I could just like do, I could pump it out in a couple of days. It's just I do it all myself, so it's a lot. But my next one is there's going to be a few different things. And I talked to Will about this. Imagine me in a fake, full-on muscle shirt being Chris Coleman. Imagine me in a very receding hairline wig being Andy Bitter.
Okay.
And imagine a bunch of people sitting around trying to sketch jerseys that they want to see us in, with Clark Ruling judging all of them.
I love it. I love it.
So yeah, there's a few things going on in my head. The gears are turning. You just got to give it time, Wayne. I can't release these constantly.
Wayne says the 60-yard field goal. The 60-yard field goal was pretty cool.
That was
pretty cool.
Yeah. Honestly, that makes that entire game a win to me. But what your Hokie Hot, was it the 60-yard field goal?
Yeah, I think, I mean, again, I stopped watching at the second half because I was just like, I was not into it. I was just not into it. Like, I was just like, I can't. Um, Bowl games have lost a lot of appeal to me. Just
No, I
simply
love
because of,
bowl games because they're fun, Paul.
yeah.
They
But I
never
mean, you
meant
don't know what
anything
you're
to begin
getting.
with.
I know they don't mean anything to begin with, but you don't know what you're getting. And then it's like, okay,
Bowl games
we've
are an excuse for people to come out and go party in certain areas. That's what
and
bowl
that's
games
fine.
are,
If
Paul.
that's fine, but like just to sit at home and watch it just if I was at the game, I would have felt much different about all of it. But yeah,
You weren't
because I
at the
wasn't.
game, you were in Charlotte.
No, I drove down on Saturday. I didn't go to the game.
What?
I didn't go to the game. Yeah.
I'm disappointed in you, Paul.
I'm sorry. Did you go to the game?
No, I've got a child. I had
Well,
to go down to Raleigh.
We had
I
family in from
worked.
Japan. We had family in from Japan. So
Family in from Japan?
yeah, Bridget's nephew is in the Navy, and they
Oh, we got stationed in Japan? That's a great station.
Yeah, they were finished up with their Japan station, and now they're in Riga, Latvia. But they came home for Christmas and New Year's. That's just kind of how it was broken up, and now they're in Latvia.
Okay. So,
Chris, I did botch getting a hotel room. I had planned on getting one for Saturday night.
Did you just crash on Andrew Alex's couch?
I tried.
Did you ruin his bathroom like you did?
Yeah, the problem was the last time I did that, I defiled his bathroom, so he's very hesitant. And then he had Graham Merritt, who, by the way, Graham Merritt hooked up with arguably one of the hottest chicks in all of Charlotte on Friday after the game.
Graham,
we need to get Andrew on to the show just so that he can tell the story. Jimmy Cleveland at one point.
Don't dare do that to Graham right now.
At one point, I guess Graham was like, "Nah, I'm good," and Jimmy Cleveland was like, "You're not going back with us. You're going home with her. What the hell is wrong with you?" So it was this whole
Jimmy
thing.
Cleveland saved him out of everyone.
Yeah.
Jimmy Cleveland saved him.
Yeah,
incredible. Incredible.
Wayne says his Latvia itches. Wayne, I don't doubt that. It's probably been itching since like the 1980s, if we're being honest. Yeah.
Oh, I love you, Graham.
Yeah. Graham. Yeah. Yeah.
We're on to our defining example, sponsored by Shine Time Mobile Detailing. What is our defining example of the week?
Well, I think that the transfer portal and the players that they're getting in through the transfer portal should be our shining example of the fact that they are trying to rebuild this thing.
Defining example.
Defining. Sorry.
What defines us this week? And it doesn't even have to be. It doesn't even have to be sports. What defines us as Hokies this week?
Optimism.
That's a
optimism. Yeah. I would say optimism.
I would agree with that. I was going to say that our research center actually came up with a novel, I guess, pathway into hitting the receptors of depression. And that may be something as far as like drug development going forward. And I think that would be pretty good.
Awesome.
And you know what that is?
What's that?
Winning at football games.
Okay.
So, hey.
Chris, you might be right. We might have to give Rock Hard Players of the Week.
You know what? I think we're going to do it.
I think we have to. I think there has to
Who
be.
got the rock hard player of the week this week?
Brought to you by Couch Family Pharmacy, where you can get a year's supply of generic Viagra for just $150. Tell your doctor, my dick doesn't get hard, I need to get or my dick won't stay hard, or I come too quick, whatever it happens to be, and Couch Family Pharmacy will take care of you. $150, boing, rock hard.
I gotcha. The thing about
you
that,
can drive that thing through drywall.
That's just the intro. I've got the 2440 program. A year of your prescription medication, $40.
How about that?
Half a 6 months for $24. That's what I got going on right now. That's what I'm going to save you. But
man,
someone is daring to call me right now, and I have no clue why.
Oh, is it somebody we know? Should you answer it?
I don't know.
Is it Emily's
Bill.
mom?
Schmitnick. No, I'll call Bill later. It's
right.
actually important. But I will do that later because I love all of you. But what the fuck were we saying?
We're doing Rock Hard Player of the Game. We're doing co-Rock Hard Players of the Game.
Oh, yes. Rock Hard Player of the Game.
Yes.
Paul, I'll let you announce the first one.
Well, I think the first one Jeremy already touched on, had himself a hell of a game.
Graham Merritt. It is Graham Merritt. Rock Hard Player of the Week. Graham fucking Merritt. Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Give our boy some credit.
All right, Graham Merritt, Rock Hard Player of the Week. I got to try to get. Let me see if Andrew can send me the picture of the.
Oh, dude, don't do that. Don't put a picture of the girl up because it's creepy. Don't do that.
All right.
That's weird. Don't do.
I was just going to forward it. I could forward it just to you.
Please don't forward it to me. All of that is creepy. No, we're just happy for Graham.
The fact that they had her LinkedIn profile. Andrew had her LinkedIn profile saved on his phone. Now that's creepy. That is creepy.
I'm about to end this fucking stream before you say some fucking shit. Stop. What? I was just trying to congratulate Graham on doing a good job.
And James Xavier Prietel are co-Rock Hard Players of the Week.
We love you both. Jimmy Cleveland. Reggie, we love you. And also Aiden Green.
Aiden Green. Honorable mention to Aiden Green, who balled out in the bowl game.
All right. We got one more. All right. What are you mad about?
Oh,
this is the Grayson is mad as fuck segment, which I will always include now. I might always include the fuck UVA segment, but what are you mad about?
The basketball teams both knocked off Miami. The football team has a lot going for it. Like, I don't think I'm mad about anything right now, Jeremy. Like, life is good, baby. I'm mad about the snow, but that's just because I can't really get any work done during the snow. But, I mean, life is too good to be mad right now. Life is too good to be mad right now. I'm not mad about it. I'm mad that the PBM bill hasn't already passed. That's what I'm mad about.
Yeah, well, it's not that simple.
Keep working on it.
Yeah, well, I was actually trying to pass the PBM bills that were in the way of the real reform bills that we wanted up for this year and get them out of the way. But, whatever.
Yeah.
That's a whole other thing. Fuck. Hey, I'm Jeremy.
Wayne says, when Jeremy says you've gone too far, wow. Fair.
Wayne,
fair.
I'm someone who says a lot of things, and I do know certain boundaries.
Not
but
me.
I'm also Jeremy.
That's my problem.
Also,
that's my problem.
Thank you, everyone. Shout out to our 100+ fucking viewers or whatever across all platforms. Love you all.
Yes.
We're gonna have to call it. I'm not sure if Boundary Corners on tonight or not because of everything going on, but I think they are. Because
Okay.
I'm going to try to tune in. I suggest all of you all tune in and actually get real analysis. But if you want fun analysis,
rock hard player of the game.
Rock hard player of the game.
Yeah.
You know where to find us. So you all, I love you. I love you, Hokie Nation. Love everything about you all. You're my people. This has been Premium on the Rocks.